we have been affected, Western region has been affected adversely by the ongoing rains. We have suffered raging floods and a few cases of mudslides or landslides on higher grounds. So far, the high-risk sub-counties in our region are the following. We have in Kakamega County, we have Matungu, Mumias West, Mumias East, we have Navaholol, Lugari, and Likuyani. And then in Bungoma County, we have Bumula, Webuye West Sub-County, Bungoma East, and Cheptais Sub-County. Vihiga, we have Hamisi, and that is just the most recent. Vihiga, we've not had adverse effects of these rains for the last 8 or so days that we've been battling this. But Busia now. Busia, we have Bunyala sub-county in its entity, which is better known as Budalangi. Budalangi is the constituency, but the sub-county is called Bunyala. Also Teso North and Samia. The number of people that have been affected in this region totals 57,701. That is translated to, actually it is 9,619 households, which translates to the figure 57,701. But the number of people who've been displaced is not so far from that figure. The number of households are 8,451 of displaced people, which translates to 50,702. Most of these displaced families come from Busia. In Busia, we have a total of 36,768 displaced persons. In Bungoma, which is the second in numbers, is 11,388. We have 2,550 displaced persons in Kakamega. In Vihiga is the least affected so far. We only have 2. We cannot say that we have lost so many people, but we have lost lives. We have lost 7, a total of 7 in the region. In Bungoma, we have lost 5 people, and in Busia, 2 people have lost their lives in Budalangi. We are committed to work very hard, again, over time, to prevent that from happening, to prevent any loss of life. The rains have affected, the floods have affected 11 bridges, 7 of them being in the Bungoma, and 4 of them being in Kakamega. Around 700 kilometers of road have so far again been affected. But engineers, all our roads engineers, the Kenha, Kera, Kura, they are on duty and they are all over assessing the strength, the firmness of all our roads and our bridges. And we'll be getting advisories again from time to time. The affected families have been successfully evacuated in each of the counties that I've mentioned. We have deployed lorries, 8 lorries, and 3 police marine boats, and also over 20 private boats that have been mobilized in that area. So to evacuate them, we've had to use the boats to get them out of the water to safer grounds, and then we have these lorries to take them, ferry them to the safe centers, the transitional centers that we've identified, which are institutions, schools, about 20 so far, 20 schools. A few families have resisted, so that we are not going to allow them to stay there and commit suicide. As you are aware, right now there is an alert, a high alert that has been issued, that the water levels have risen to unprecedented heights. So these are not normal, the normal rains that maybe our residents in Budalangi have been used to. So we are committed and we are determined to move everybody from the dikes, those who have remained on the dikes. And where we have moved them, we are able to provide for food and non-food items from both the national government, the county governments, and other partners such as Red Cross, some NGOs, and elected leaders have also really come through for us in supporting the displaced communities, the displaced families at their camps. To the residents, it's again warning and an alert that all the people living along the rivers, those who are living on waterways, we are urging them to move out and move to safer grounds, either with relatives, with friends, or to the camps that we have set up already.